Hello everybody here and welcome to the relegation playoffs as I am Gary Walker and I'm here to present to you the coverage here of the chance of who will be the team will get promoted or maybe relegated or maybe survival. Could all happen in the first two games of the first leg here this afternoon and the second leg in a couple of days from now. And I'm here joined by my fellow pundit aside me, Jimmy Hansberg, of the coverage here between Sporting Sunlake and Hiddlesbrough and Albion. And these two teams are clubs have been a Premier League sides through the years, especially Hiddlesbrough and Albion are a team that came third in the second Liga, and they've got a chance on trying to get back into the Premier League. And they've been a Premier League side before, 6 years ago now, since Hiddlesbrough and Albion was last played in this league. But could they, Jimmy, could they be the real proper team, hopefully, by these two legs to actually end up getting promoted in this relegation playoffs? Because Charlton Saturday got promoted last season over Los Andreas Pompey. Or do you think that Charlton Saturday, maybe that momentum from last season might really be that momentum to build on the Hiddlesbrough and Albion players, hopefully, for this game here this afternoon? Well, I feel that win from last season's for Charlton Saturday, the win through the relegation playoffs, is massive in a way for them to do so last season. And Hiddlesbrough and Albion will probably, come to this game here with that, let's say, spirit, that hunger, and they want to come here and try and make a name in terms of hopefully become the surprise package and end up sending Sunlake down to the second Liga and Hiddlesbrough and Albion to get promoted. That'll be a massive achievement, it will be for Hiddlesbrough and Albion to do so. And they've got two legs to do so. And the pressure will be on them, of course, in this game here this afternoon. And also in the next couple days from now as well will be very, very, very crucial for them. And we'll see what happens in the next two games from now until the last match-up for the second leg on who will be promoted, relegated or survived by the end of this relegation playoff campaign. Okay, thank you very much there, Jimmy, and let's get straight now to the coverage here at Lakeside, as we do have Sporting Sunlake as they take on here against Hiddlesbrough and Albion. The relegation playoffs between Premier League side and Second League side will be live here for this afternoon. Let's get to the game. And here we go, and we are live for the match-up here as we have the relegation playoffs. We'll kick things off between Sporting Sunlake and also Hiddlesbrough and Albion. And there's a lot to play for here between these two sides, because we know that obviously the Premier League side, Sporting Sunlake, who came 18th in the Premier League, and they do play in the relegation playoffs, by the way, against Sporting Sunlake. And as of the Hiddlesbrough and Albion, the team who came third in the second League, want to win, of course, here the two legs to get promoted in the Premier League and swap Sporting Sunlake to be their replacement for that, hopefully, the next season. But for Dean Smith's side, what Boney up front, Gomes, Arshavin, Eto, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Theo Walcott, with Theo Hernandez, Daniel Turner as well, and also Bill Hilton as well is the goalkeeper. Hiddlesbrough and Albion, they've got a strong team out as well, because they know that is a very, very big 2 games they've got ahead of them in terms of them, hopefully, Hiddlesbrough and Albion to return back to the Premier League for the first time since 2019. A long time ago, 6 years now, they have not played in that division. But next season, they could do so if they win here the two legs. But here we go. And let's get straight now the kick-off on the way here as Sporting Sunlake will take on here over Hiddlesbrough and Albion. And now here's Heston. And now all the way now to Alan Myong. Now Theo Walcott. Now here's to Samuel Eto'o. Has a shot. Oh, close. Massive chance right there for him to score by almost there for Sporting Sunlake. Nice pass. All the way there to looks like Eto'o. And then a little chance here for him to shoot, but it's gone wide. And now it's going to be a goal kick in the game so far. So goal kick's been given, by the way. And let's see what happens from here now for, looks like, from Hiddlesbrough and Albion. Now Warner will take it. Pass short here to Dorigo. And now Dorigo now to Fotheringham. Now to Heston. Now all the way there to Heston again. Now Ko. Now is Myong. Now to Eto'o. Now here's to Boney. Now Eto again on the attack here for Sporting Sand Lake. Might be a chance for a goal. It is a goal. And what a start there for Sporting Sand Lake to score the first opener. And that goal will mean that in the leg they will be survived, of course, from the drop. Because in this relegation playoffs they're leading. And that will mean that Sporting Sand Lake, likely now in terms of the scoreboard, it seems like they will be the ones potentially might stay in the Premier League if they win here this game and also the next game in a couple of days from now in the relegation playoffs. But what an amazing goal right there in the game. A great breakthrough right there goal from Samuel Eto'o for Sporting Sand Lake to make it 1-0 to them in the match. And now is Frim, now to Mooney, now to McFall, now to Fotheringham. Now lost it back now to Theo Hernandez. Now Arshavin. Now is Gomez. Now to, looks like there again. Back to the goalkeeper. Clearance was not very good. Slightly there now. Back to Theo Walcott. And now all the way there now to Coe. And now is Gideon. Now Prim. Now Mooney. Now Genus. Now is Irons. And now is Myong. Now all the way there now to Myong here now. That's a tackle. And that's a free kick maybe. Yeah, corner in fact, not a free kick. I thought it was actually. Corner anyways. All the way to the keeper's hands. Punched away slightly. Now back to McFall. Chancing for a shot, but it's gone wide. And that was an amazing chance, I've got to say, there from Sporting Sand Lake, because the goalkeeper of Hiddlesbrough Albion punched the ball now away from danger. Not a very good clearance right there for the goalie, in fact, but that could have been a real costly situation right there from the keeper, Warner, for the keeper for Hiddlesbrough Albion in the matchup. And now here's to Prim. Prim now to Gallion. Now Gallion now to Coe. Now Coe lost it back. Now here's to Myong. Now it's to Eto'o. Now to Wilfred Boney. Now Boney's through. Has a shot. Save right there for the goalie. Header. Bouncing there slightly now to Mooney. Now is Heston. Now to Irons now. Now it's a chance for Eto'o. Good goalkeeping. Now is to Heston. Now to Coe. Nearly half time, by the way, nearly half time. Between Sporting Sand Lake and Hiddlesbrough Albion here. Now Coe's through. Could be a goal, but saved right there for the goalie. And the whistle will blow now for the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. And the score at the break here at Lakeside Stadium. And the score is Sporting Sand Lake 1, Hiddlesbrough Albion 0. And let's get straight now to the second half. And here we go between Sporting Sand Lake and also Hiddlesbrough Albion. And kickoff's on the way for them to see if they can try and create some magic though. Here's Arshavin. A pass there now to Wilfred Boney. And now here's to again to Prim. Prim now to McFall. And now here's Fotheringham. Now Fotheringham now finds a pass here, hopefully here to Doringo. For Hiddlesbrough now to try and get a goal back in the game. Header! Oh! Save right there for the goalkeeper from Heston there. What a header there from him. A nice superb header, but it was actually a save right there for the goalkeeper, and that was a massive chance there for a goal, but saved right there from the goalkeeper himself. And now cross into the box here now for Fotheringham. Now Coe. Now Doringo. Oh, could be. Clearance away. Now here's Theo Walcott. And now Daniel Turner. And that's going to be a free kick now has been given here for Sporting Sand Lake in the game. So we have got a free kick here. A foul there from Daniel Turner being fouled there by Genus. So free kick here for Sporting Sand Lake in the game so far. In this relegation playoff at this matchup so far. And in the first leg of the game here. 1-0 to Sporting Sand Lake. That's pretty good so far for them. And now boot the ball now all the way there. Head up. Bouncing there now to... Sorry, offside there. Sorry, offside's been given. And yeah, Hillsborough Albion was an offside position there, so it will be a free kick here for Sporting Sunlake in the matchup, by the way. So it's going to be now a free kick as we speak. So Daniel Turner will take it, and he boots it now all the way there to Genus. And now here's to Theo Hernandez. Arshavin. Now to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Good defending, great cover there. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain now. Here's Arshavin. And now here's to Theo Hernandez. Now is Oxlade-Chamberlain now. Here's to Genus. Now is Heston. Now Fotheringham. Now to Genus. Pass there now to Heston. Oh, the post. Clearance. Now Doringo. Now is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now Daniel Turner. Phil Jones. Now to Alan Myong. We've got 15 minutes of the game to go, by the way. 15 minutes. And now here's to Gillion. Now to Heston. Now to Genus. Now to Fotheringham. Now to Heston now. Has a shot. Goal right there from Heston. And Hillsborough Albion have got a goal back in the matchup. They go level in this match. What a strike. And what a goal right there from him. As he puts that ball right into the back of the net. And now it's a goal back here for Hillsborough Albion. And it is a goal there indeed. And it's now 1-1 in the matchup now. And that's massive in terms of their chance, of course, on being in the races to try and get promotion to the Premier League. If they can send Sporting Sunlake down to the second league for next season in this relegation playoff match. We are in the first leg, by the way, so we have a second leg coming up in a couple of days from now to find out and determine by the end of that game who will go into the Premier League or be in the Premier League or be in the second league also for next season to find out the decider of the result in the second leg between these two sides. A free kick has been given, by the way, in this matchup here for Gillion. And Gillion right there has been, let's say, failed, it looks like here, on to Theo Walcott. So Sporting Sunlake have won themselves a free kick in the game. And a challenge right there from Gillion himself in the match. So here we go. Free kick has been given here for the team. Let's see what happens from here now. Daniel Turner will take it. Now he boots the ball now for a free kick set piece cross. Now here's to Coe. Not long left of the game to go, by the way, here. 1-1 as it stands before we get to the end of this game. Arshavin. Now Doringo. And now here's to Heston. And now Heston. And now Coe's through. Goes through. It can make it 2-1 before the end of the first leg game here. And a save right there for the goalkeeper. And what a save at the end. It could have been 2-1 to Hillsborough Albion to send that 2-1 lead into the second leg in a couple of days from now. But the full-time score ends here at Lakeside as 1-1 between the two teams. And you cannot split the two teams here in the first leg of the relegation playoffs, as both these two teams drew 1 apiece over each other. And what was your thoughts, Jimmy, about Sporting Sunlake and also Hillsborough Albion not to create, let's say, a chance of winning the game here for the first leg before these two teams will play each other again at Hillsborough Stadium in a couple of days from now? And what's your takes on these two teams are taking it against each other right down the wire now into the second leg? Well, it should be, because I feel that these two teams have got a lot to play for against each other, because there's a real sacrifice on maybe on one of these two teams might even miss out on a chance on promotion, or maybe be relegated, or maybe it might be a bit of jealousy at the end of the second leg on who will get a Premier League place for next season, because these two teams are fighting in different positions from the second league and the Premier League, as Hillsborough Albion are really challenging at the top end of the table, while Sporting Sunlake were the ones were in that 18th position in that relegation playoff position. And it feels very even, the game, in terms of let's say, how these two teams have performed all season. And I feel that both teams will definitely will take it now to that last game in the second leg to find out who will win the game and who will guarantee a chance, of course, to be the winner of that match and get a chance on hopefully promotion or maybe relegation by the end of a couple of days from now. And I think one of these two teams will be definitely disappointed by the end of that matchup at Hiddlesbrough in a couple of days between these two sides. Okay, thank you very much there, Jimmy, and that's all we have time for here in the relegation playoffs for the first leg of this competition, and we'll be back, of course, for the second leg of the relegation playoffs, and that'll be coming up, of course, in a couple of days from now. But until then, from all of us here in the studio, from myself here today, Gary Walker, and also Jimmy Hansberg, have a very, very good evening, everyone.